Good morning, Tampa Bay. It is Saturday morning and it's around 8 o'clock, and we are talking to David Snee from the new Back Nine Carrollwood, who is having a grand opening today. David, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jeff. It's been great. We're excited.
So you've been busy and getting ready for this grand opening today, Back Nine Carrollwood. And, you know, it is going to be a fantastic event. If you guys haven't been to the Back Nine at Carrollwood, it's brand new. You got to check it out. It's right behind the Chick-fil-A at Dale Mabry and Bears. And this morning, David's hosting an open house from 9 to noon. So, David, how many people are you expecting to come out?
Yeah, we've got probably 60 plus RSVPs that are coming with lots of other interest. One of the issues is getting the word out to everyone. So I appreciate you having me on this morning. Just in an hour, we'll start to kick things off. We're setting up outside right now. So we're excited.
Yeah, fantastic. So, you've jumped in from the Navy and commanding naval ships to opening up a franchise, Back Nine Golf. So it's quite a bit. We were talking a little bit offline about all the work that's got to get done. Tell us a little bit about just, what went in behind the scenes of this grand opening, which is going on from 9 to noon today, right at Back Nine Carrollwood, behind the new Chick-fil-A at Dale Mabry and Bears.
Yeah. Obviously the last time we spoke, we opened and we started kicking off our founders membership drive. So building's one thing. And what I really learned was, I'm really good at building things. And so, I had a great team around me to build this facility. The challenge that most people don't realize is now you've got to sell it. And so taking your project management hat off and putting your sales and marketing hat on, which are hats that I've never worn in my career, have been quite the learning curve for me. I love it though, because I get to talk to people every day. I get to show and show off this fantastic simulator and facility that I built, and really just get to talk about golf with people. And so what I've learned is I'm not a good salesman in that I'm not selling, windows to people that don't want windows. If you like golf and you come in and you try this, chances are you're going to like it. And then really the question is, is this something you could fit into your life and into your golfing routine?
Oh, David, I love it. David says he doesn't know sales, but that was probably one of the best sales pitches I've heard. This is Jeff Stanislow, and you're listening to another episode of Let's Go Low right here on AM 820, the Big 8. And this episode is brought to you by Golfers Unite, golfersunite.com. Go check it out. We're uniting the whole golf community. We got 18 partnering brands there where you can get discounts. Go to golfersunite.com. So, David, the grand opening is starting at 9 to noon today at your brand new location. And I think, when it comes down to selling things, you have a product that's probably the hottest sim product in the marketplace right now. And it's a beautiful environment. I've spent some time there with some people hitting golf balls and playing matches. As a matter of fact, I had two of the preeminent sim golf guys at your place the other day, Triple Bogey Golf and Ubsy Golf. These guys are like high-end sim connoisseurs, and they had a great time. I just wanted to give you a shout out on that. So tell us a little bit about what's going to happen today at the grand opening.
Yeah, so as you come in, we'll get everyone checked in, and really, so from 9 to about 10:30, 10:45, we're going to do a closest to the pin competition as well as a long drive competition. We're going to have food and drink. Food is being brought over from Chick-fil-A and Everglades Donuts. So I appreciate their support and their kindness and helping me out today. And so when you come in, you'll do those. Now we'll also have a really fun raffle at the end. So at 10:30, 10:45, we'll do a ribbon cutting sponsored by CABA. That's the Carrollwood Area Business Association. And then we'll do some door prizes. And so the game will be to collect as many raffle tickets as you can get. And so you get a raffle ticket when you check in the front door. You'll get a raffle ticket if you can put a ball onto the green. So closest to the pin will be Pebble Beach number 7. Not a long course. I think it's probably 80 or 90 yards. So everyone will have a chance at that. So if you can put one on the green, you get a ticket. If you just participate in the long drive contest, you'll get a ticket. If you put a Google review in, you get a ticket. And the final way you get a ticket is if you book a demo with me, you'll get a ticket. We'll also be giving, grand opening discounts today if you sign up today as well.
So that is Back Nine Golf, hottest golf simulator in the marketplace right now. Brand new facilities, Back Nine Carrollwood, right at the corner of Bayers and Dale Mabry, right behind the Chick-fil-A. Can't miss it. Great location. You'll see the big Back Nine sign, and it's 9 a.m. till noon today. So if you're in the radio, make that left-hand turn and head to Back Nine at Carrollwood, at Bayers and Dale Mabry. Dave, we were talking a little bit earlier just about Back Nine and the growth. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, being part of the franchise of Back Nine and the culture and why you decided to join them, and then then we'll talk a little bit further about the actual bays.
Yeah, Back Nine's a fantastic organization. The leadership there, it's a bunch of guys that love golf, based in Utah. That their story is kind of the American story. They were both lawyers for a franchise company, or they're franchise lawyers, without the intent of opening a franchise, but they love golf, and they're in Utah and it's cold most of the year, dark. And so they just opened they thought it'd be cool to open kind of a mom and pop simulators business. And so they did that on their own dime. And it was just 2 bays. It was in St. George, Utah. And it just took off from there. And that was probably about 4 years ago. And so then they franchised, and they started to grow. The one thing that I don't think they anticipated was the velocity in which they could scale. When they opened up the franchise coffers, the floodgates were it was amazing. When I bought this territory in Carrollwood, I believe I was number 120 in the network. And there was already one here. So I'll shout out to Corey and Oldsmar, and, there's one down in Bradenton. Those were the original OGs here in Tampa, or in the Tampa area. But, I was 120, and, I just purchased another territory, and that territory purchase was number 499. And now they're well above 550. So you've got 550 either open or in the process of being open nationwide. So, it's an amazing growth. And so fantastic group.
Yes. And you were just saying that the guys were great. The culture was great. It allows you to, not just be so rigid and locked down in some franchise situations, that you can kind of do some marketing on your own. You have some liberties. And that's always great. This is Jeff Stanislaw. You're listening to another great episode of Let's Go Low right here on AM 820, the Big 8, every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Brought to you by Golfers Unite. It's golfersunite.com. If you want access to golf deals, we got them. A free membership, you get access to 4 deals. If you want to do a paid membership, which is only $30 for the year, you can get access to 14 more deals at golfersunite.com. We are exploring and getting anticipated and hyped up and pumped up for the Back Nine Carrollwood's grand opening here this morning. From 9 to noon is the grand opening. David Snee, the franchisee, is with us. He's got door prizes. He's got food. He's got 60 people already RSVP'd and expecting, another 100 or so more to come through the doors. Plus, he's offering great discounts if you really like the place and you want to sign up. Today's the day. So, David, why don't you talk us a little bit about some of the tech, the full swing setups, and you have 3 bays there, and you got a nice little reception area, which a lot of them don't have. So, tell us a little bit about your facility, and then dive into the actual sim stuff.
Yeah, thanks. So we got fortunate, great landlord here at this building in Carrollwood. It's a unique setup in that I have 2 units that were already merged. So the one unit's smaller, which is my lobby area, which allows an area to come in. You can sit down. There's a couple TVs. I have a putting green, a little kitchenette. And so it's just a place to kind of chill and relax if you're waiting for your bay, or a place you can hang out with other people when you're done. We also will rent the space out for parties and things like that. It'll hold about 30 to 40 people pretty comfortably for a party. We've had a couple already, since opening. So definitely, it's a cool kind of environment for that. We've got 3 bays. Full Swing is our simulator. The technology in Full Swing, they use high-speed cameras. And so most people I talk to that come in here have used the simulator before. I'm not teaching something new. I mean, it's a concept that's been around a while. Full Swing has really just perfected it. I give props to the radar simulators out there, but the bottom line is radar needs distance for it to get an accurate reading. And when you're indoors, you're just limited. But you're not limited by using high-speed cameras that are connected to, a phenomenal system. And the other thing that you get for these systems is, well, the graphics are amazing. We're licensed to use the courses that we have. We have over 75 courses. Licensing is important because it means we've had every detail of that course. We didn't have to do a drone flyover and kind of just, make it up as we went.
A lot of these people, there's developers out there that develop these sim courses, and they just kind of, they get it wrong quite often. Some of them do a good job. There's no doubt about it. And then most of the times they still don't even have the licensing, so that course could go away. This is Jeff Stanislaw. You're listening to Let's Go Low. We're talking to David Snee from the Back Nine Golf grand opening. Got to go check it out at Back Nine Golf Carrollwood, right behind the Chick-fil-A at Bears and Dale Mabry. You can't miss it. So if you're in the radio, get there by noon, make that U-turn and head to Back Nine Carrollwood. Dave, talking further about, the simulators in Full Swing, it has to be good because Tiger Woods Golf is using it, right? And right. It can't be clunky. And so you got the best of the best. Tell us a little bit about, the relationship with the TGL.
Yeah. So TGL exclusively uses Full Swing simulators. So if you watch TGL on ESPN, they just wrapped, this past year, they wrapped season 2. Right now we have season 1 courses. In the next month or so, we should get dropped the season 2 courses. So if you ever want to try your hand at that, Back Nine has the exclusive rights right now to have those courses. So it's exciting to see the popularity that program and that indoor sport now with guys like Tiger and Rory and Ricky Fowler and a bunch of other guys that have just really embraced that in the off season. Really makes it so that it's special. What we want to do here is I'd love to have the local high schools golf teams come here and compete head to head in the off season in a TGL fashion. So I'll be reaching out to golf coaches. So if you're listening and you're Gaither or Steinbrenner or CDS, Berkeley, you got a golf team, then I got the place for you to go head to head in the off season, or just to have your kids coming and sharpen their game.
Yeah. Well, David Snee, founder of franchisee for Back Nine Golf, Back Nine Carrollwood, grand opening going on today. And it from 9 to noon. You guys got to come check it out. Prizes, discounts, great great activation, and the community has stepped up for you. We got to, be brief on this one, but I know you wanted to give a couple shout outs for some people that helped.
Yeah, I'm definitely very thankful for the Carrollwood Area Business Association, CABA. They've really stepped up. They embrace all the small businesses in the community. My digital marketing firm is fantastic. So Jeffrey Digital, Katie's amazing, and her husband David. I appreciate you, Jeff, and Golfers Unite, and all the help and kind of support that you've given me. I have a great partnership with Chick-fil-A. Obviously, they're probably a pitching wedge from my front door.
Right.
In fact, we just put the QR codes in all the bays. So if you're sitting here and you're getting hungry, you just shoot the QR code for Chick-fil-A and
get that Chick-fil-A ordered, man. Get it done.
Yeah,
David
they'll run
Snee,
it right over to you. It's
David
amazing.
Snee, thank you very much. Jeff Stanislaw, another episode of Go Low. David Snee, grand opening going on right now till noon. Carrollwood, Back Nine Golf. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Jeff.